serene neighborhood, amidst the hum of daily life, a sense of calm and security prevailed. Trust in law enforcement was not merely a sentiment, but a cornerstone of the community's foundation. Neighbors greeted each other warmly, children played freely, and the presence of police officers symbolized protection and order. Yet, beneath this peaceful exterior, an event was looming, one that would challenge the very fabric of this trust. It was a stark reminder that authority, while vital to maintaining order, carries a profound responsibility to uphold justice and integrity. This is the story of how a moment of misuse tested the balance between power and accountability, igniting a discourse that would resonate far beyond this quiet community. The tranquility of the community was abruptly shattered when allegations arose against those entrusted with its safety. The incident in question, a doctor, a figure of care and healing, became the victim of an unwarranted assault by police officers, individuals sworn to uphold the law. This act of violence sent shockwaves throughout the neighborhood, challenging the foundation of trust between citizens and their protectors. The misuse of police authority not only harmed an individual, but also ignited a collective sense of injustice within the community. Questions surged. How could those tasked with safeguarding lives betray their duty so egregiously? This was not an isolated event, but a stark representation of the broader issue of unchecked power within law enforcement. As the story of this incident spread, it became evident that accountability must be sought. The stage was now set for a pivotal moment in the pursuit of justice, where actions would speak louder than words. And the balance between authority and responsibility would be rigorously tested. The incident sparked a wave of outrage across the community. Citizens from all walks of life united, their voices rising in unison, demanding justice for the victim and accountability for the perpetrators. Trust in those sworn to protect them had been deeply shaken, and their response was both swift and emphatic. Demonstrations erupted, with banners and chants echoing calls for reform and transparency. The air was filled with a palpable sense of urgency and determination. Media outlets quickly picked up the story, bringing nationwide attention to the events and the community's impassioned response. Headlines highlighted the stark contrast between the ideals of law enforcement and the misuse of authority. This was no longer just a local issue. It had become a national conversation about power, responsibility, and justice. The community's collective action became a powerful testament to their resilience and resolve, serving as a catalyst for broader discourse. This fervent outcry set the stage for legal scrutiny as the case began to take shape in the public eye. As the community demanded answers, the wheels of justice started to turn, marking the beginning of a journey that would ultimately challenge the boundaries of authority and accountability. The pursuit of justice reached a critical turning point as the case arrived at the Allahabad High Court. Here, the officers involved faced serious allegations, including the misuse of their authority and the assault on a doctor. These charges not only represented a direct challenge to the principles of law enforcement, but also highlighted broader societal issues regarding accountability for those in positions of power. The significance of this legal battle extended beyond the courtroom, symbolizing a fight for justice and the enforcement of the rule of law. The High Court's involvement marked a decisive moment, transitioning the narrative from public outrage to legal scrutiny. It was here that the quest for truth and accountability took center stage, setting the stage for a meticulous examination of evidence and arguments. The case underscored the judiciary's vital role in addressing misconduct and reaffirming that authority cannot shield wrongdoers from justice. As the proceedings unfolded, they carried profound implications, not just for the individuals involved, but for the broader principle that no one is above the law. This pivotal moment served as a reminder of the importance of accountability in maintaining public trust and upholding justice. In the courtroom, the process of uncovering the truth took center stage. Evidence was meticulously presented, each piece scrutinized to ensure its validity and relevance. The arguments from both sides were laid bare, with the prosecution emphasizing the breach of trust by those in uniform, while the defense sought to mitigate the officers' actions. This phase revealed the judiciary's critical role in balancing the scales, ensuring that every fact was examined and every voice heard. It was a testament to the court's unwavering commitment to fairness and justice, setting the foundation for its forthcoming decision. As the examination concluded, all eyes turned to the High Court, anticipating a judgment that would resonate far beyond the walls of the courtroom. The High Court's judgment in this pivotal case sent ripples through the corridors of authority, reverberating far beyond the courtroom. In a stern and decisive ruling, the court denied any relief to the officers involved in the assault of a doctor, a case that had sparked widespread public outrage and demanded judicial scrutiny. This landmark decision underscored a fundamental principle. Authority, even when vested in a uniform, does not grant impunity. Emphasizing accountability and justice as paramount, the court made it unequivocally clear that the misuse of power would not be tolerated, regardless of rank or position. The ruling highlighted that those entrusted with enforcing the law are equally bound by it, a sobering reminder of the responsibilities that come with power. In its judgment, the court meticulously dissected the evidence and arguments presented during the trial. It found the actions of the officers not only unlawful, but also a grave breach of the trust placed in them by society. By refusing relief, the court reinforced the notion that justice must prevail over privilege, setting a precedent for cases of similar nature in the future. This decision is not just a victory for the individual who suffered injustice, but also a significant step toward restoring public confidence in law enforcement systems. The message is clear: accountability is not optional, and the rule of law applies to all without exception. As this case reaches its conclusion, its implications resonate deeply within communities and institutions alike. It serves as a stark warning to those who might misuse their authority and a beacon of hope for those who seek fairness and justice. The court's ruling stands as a testament to the enduring principle that power must always be exercised with responsibility and integrity. This judgment doesn't just close a chapter, it opens a dialogue about justice, accountability, and the path forward for law enforcement in a democratic society. The judgment delivered by the Allahabad High Court extends beyond the immediate case, setting a transformative precedent for law enforcement practices across the nation. It reinforces the principle that authority, symbolized by the police uniform, is not a shield against accountability. This decision underscores the judiciary's commitment to upholding justice and ensuring that those in power are not above the law. For law enforcement, it serves as a reminder of the ethical responsibility that accompanies their authority. By striking this balance between authority and accountability, the ruling strengthens public trust in the judicial system. As we reflect on this case, we see how justice can reshape institutions and reaffirm the rule of law. This moment not only addresses past wrongs, but also sets a course for a more accountable future in law enforcement. In the wake of this decision, society is reminded of the importance of vigilance in holding power to account. The implications of this case resonate widely, urging a collective commitment to justice and fairness. As we move forward, the precedent set here will undoubtedly influence future interpretations of authority and accountability. With the court's decisive ruling, the community's faith in justice is rekindled. The long journey, from the initial act of misconduct to the final judgment, culminates in a moment of collective relief and renewal. As word of the decision spreads, a sense of hope takes root. The people, once disheartened by the abuse of power, begin to believe again in a system meant to protect them. This case stands as a testament to the judiciary's role in ensuring accountability, reminding all that no one is above the law. For this community, justice has not just been served, it has paved the way for healing and trust to flourish once more. This case stands as a poignant reminder of the values that underpin a just society. Justice is not merely an ideal, but a necessity, a foundation upon which fairness and equality are built. The judgment of the Allahabad High Court reaffirms that accountability is indispensable, especially for those in positions of power. It reminds us that authority, when unchecked, can erode trust and harm the very fabric of our communities. As we reflect on this case, let us remember the importance of vigilance in safeguarding the rule of law. Upholding justice is a collective responsibility, and it begins with holding those who wield power accountable for their actions. May this serve as a call to action for all, citizens, law enforcement, and leaders alike, to commit to the principles of fairness, integrity, and respect for human dignity. Together, we can ensure that justice remains a guiding light for our society, fostering trust and harmony in its wake.